Normal people be like, wow, I never do this. I have a life. And let me tell you, if you want to lose 20 pounds, you don't have to do that stuff. You can live your life to the fullest. Maybe, yeah, you gotta have some sacrifices, of course, and you gotta change something. Yes, if you want to, of course, but it's not about life fitting into the context of fitness. It's about fitness fitting into the context of life. Grüezi miteinander, Gregory von Lebe Stark here. We're all about kettlebells, so if you are into kettlebells, then like the video and consider subscribing. Now let me preface this by saying that we also help people lose weight, and that is the reason why I want to comment on Will Smith's video.
I don't want to do any of this. I'm finished with the best shape of my life.
That's where it quits. Maybe this may be scripted to a certain degree, yet I believe much of this video is just raw material. Quitting is sometimes necessary. Sometimes you have to take a step back and be like, okay, I'm done with this. I gotta stop it. And then you walk out the door. You gotta compose yourself and then plan your next steps. In that moment, I believe a coach always has to somehow anticipate that this might happen. This doesn't mean that we always think that the worst things have to come to pass. But in our experience, when we have been working with clients, in many cases, people were frustrated and gave up to a certain extent. And then it's all about the coach. It's all about the words that follow. It's not, oh, come on, man, you should, hey, why? Come on, we're so close, blah, blah. Nah, in that moment, I believe it's all about, I got it, man. I understand it. I feel your pain, brother. I know where you're coming from. Just sit down. Let's have a conversation.
Hi, guys.
Now, my problem with this is the following. It's not about setting goals. I think setting goals is a good thing. The problem is you have two major goals. And if you want to lose 20 pounds, there's a couple of goals in that perspective or in that trajectory that you're on that you want to hit. Improve your diet, improve your workout schedule, improve your sleep, improve your stress management. These are all goals inside those 20 pounds. And now writing your autobiography, the process that goes into this type of thing is also a couple of goals that are close to each other that you want to hit in order to make it. And now you set yourself the ultimate pressure saying in 20 weeks, I got to get it done. And just as a side note, one of his recent videos now said that he missed the deadline. He couldn't hit it. If you set one goal, the chances of you reaching that goal is up to 80%, especially if all the factors are perfectly aligned with each other. If you attack two goals at once, that number drops down to 35%. And if you hit three goals at once, that number drops below 3%. So that is also the reason why many people in January never seem to make it, because they set 5 goals. Quit smoking, lose weight, finish some kind of project, spend more time with the kids. All these ideas that you're having in order to change your life, it's not that they're not good. It's not that setting goals is not a good thing. It's the amount and knowing how to set goals. This is where many people fail. So when I saw this, I was like, it's destined to fail. And even if he does it, he'll be so burned out that he probably gained those 20 pounds back, or he won't be even happy with his autobiography. Now watch the guy in the back. Watch my brother in the back. That's my brother, man. We all do this, right? What do I want to show you as a side note? Looking down like this. This is destructive for your neck. If you do this, we all do it. I get it. But if you do this, make sure you do the anti-iPhone or anti-smartphone drill. And that is this one. Extend and pull it back. Extend your neck and pull it back. Do this a couple of times a day to really combat this particular problem that may happen, because We live in a type of generation where people are not even able anymore to pull their neck back. I'm speaking from experience when we're coaching people. Do this in order to save your neck.
I embrace adversity as opportunity. And I know it's within my power to take anything and make it be the best thing that ever happened.
Now, while I love the idea of embracing adversity, that's in today's day and age that we live in a culture of safetyism, sometimes it's like adversity is a bad thing. While I believe, that old saying, anything that doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Now, I like that he embraces it. And of course he embraces it because that's the reason why he is who he is and where he is right now. Yet, there's one particular catch. We talked about setting these 3 goals. Now, if you embrace adversity that is realistic, that you can handle, and you're like, yeah, I'm going to get this. There will be adversity, there will be obstacles, there will be problems down the road. Yes, that's a good thing. But maybe in his case, this type of adversity that he chose was overwhelming. So then when you go all in, you're like, well, I thought I was supposed to embrace adversity and go against the grain and fight against my feelings, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you got to do it, but not on a scale where it is either destructive and burns you out, or it is unrealistic for you to attain the goal or reach any success.
This is bad. Tragedy.
Now, to be honest, guys, Will Smith is over 50. And this is my biggest problem that I'm actually having with this. Well, it's not a problem because Will's perception, I do get it. He's always been in shape. He was always, Ali, he was a beast, man. He was a tank. He was always, and he's still good looking. But I know where he comes from. So he probably has this high expectation of himself to look a certain way. And in the video, they talk about that he was preparing for a role, then COVID hit, and in that role, he had to gain weight, and then COVID made everything worse, exacerbated the problem, so that's where he is right now. So while I do understand his perception, I'll probably be on the same lane, like, man, I got to change this, right? Especially if you have high expectations of yourself. But he's over 50, and you know what? He looks good. He has a little bit of a dad bod, but he looks good. Why am I saying this? You can still see. Yeah, the chest looks a little saggy. I get it. But you still see the chest still has some type of development. You still see his shoulder. When you watch his shoulder right here, you still see some separations from his muscles. So I don't think it's that bad. And even from his back, the backside, yeah, maybe some love handles, but it's not that big of a deal. So that's my coach's perspective, just for you to understand it. I do get his perspective, but from my point of view, over 50 with a little bit of a dad bod, yeah, I don't think it's that much of a tragedy, but I do understand where he comes from.
My name is Aaron Ferguson. I'm a personal trainer.
What's up, coach?
I've been working with Will for this is the 9th year. I've never seen him like this, and he's never ever been in this bad a shape ever.
While I do understand that, when guys talk to each other, all right, it's like, man, you look so ugly. Your mama wouldn't even recognize you and stuff like this. I do get it to a certain degree. Yeah, and this is my perspective. Maybe his perspective is different, and maybe Will wants him to be as honest as he is right now. But as a coach, if your coach is telling you, I've never seen you in a bad shape like this. I did this once, and the person never came back. And we can talk about, yeah, but you got to toughen up and stuff like this. I do understand that perspective as well, but, saying that you've never been in that bad shape of your life, when I believe from my perspective, and I've seen people who are out of shape, then maybe the wording's not quite right, because I don't think it's just a dad bod. That you can get it, no big deal. But we talked about all these other factors. These are the big deal. And of course, losing weight is a big deal. Yet, yeah, I would probably word it a little differently, because when Will watches this or sees this, maybe that hits him, especially when he's carrying a lot of pain, even though he masks it with his laughter and with his funny attitude. maybe that hits him and cuts really deep.
Yeah, so our goal is to lose around £1 pound a week. With a new diet, a new exercise program, that method is the most sustainable.
Yeah, I would also say losing a pound a week is, I wouldn't say as sustainable. And give me a second, I'll explain. But it is the realistic way of losing weight. We even say if you have all factors coming together in a perfect light, then you maybe lose even 1 kilo a week. So that's 2.3 pounds or something a week. And I think that's realistically possible and in healthy parameters. Now, he says sustainable. I don't think that depends on the scale. I don't think that sustainability depends on the weight lost during a week or a month or a certain time period. Sustainability only depends on your habits.
So the basic framework is we'll do 2 days of resistance training, then we'll take off, and then we go back on 2 days. Will's a big fan of doing cardio first thing in the morning, so we'll do some sunrise runs. When I mean some, I mean every morning.
My main man, Aaron. Here's why I completely disagree. What it says 2 times daily? What is 2 times daily? Let me backtrack real quick. 2 times daily. So that's running, training, and then doing the same thing again. The way he describes it, they do 4 weight sessions and then 7 runs. So that's 11 sessions. That's completely, hear me out, unnecessary. And I don't get it. I really don't get it. Why we always think, or why these celebrity coaches or personal trainers, I don't care what it is. Why they think we got to use such a type of training schedule. Okay, no disrespect to Aaron, but this is simply stupid. It's way too much volume that you never need. And why this type of bodybuilding type of split? This arms, abs, legs, back and core, whatever's left. Why? Why is this necessary? Does Will want to get on a bodybuilding stage? Does he want to look like Muhammad Ali, where he needs the most amount of muscle and hypertrophy? Then I get it. But then even that doesn't really make a lot of sense. Then I would just say it's upper body, lower body, and that 2 times a week, so they hit the muscle groups at least 2 times a week. That's the hypertrophy route. But why not, for example, I'm biased, of course, but why not use kettlebells? Why not do it? You know that Will is working on his autobiography. You know that he's spending a lot of time, even with these therapy sessions or group sessions that they're having. You know he's so entrenched in losing weight. Why put the fitness aspect and training aspect into his life like a boulder instead of small grains or small stones along the way? 3 workout sessions per week, you're good. If you want to go on a huge walk with your family and your dogs on the weekends, that suffices. You don't have to run every morning. You don't have to do it. Running for somebody who's a little bit overweight is not really feeling good. You heard him. He's like, wow, when you're fat, walking, that's bad. That's 11 sessions per week. Not even athletes, or maybe athletes, they do stuff like this, but they don't. Athletes never hit their limit in their workout sessions or in their training practice sessions. It's all about practice. It's not about doing this and chasing the burn. But you will see in the workout sessions, they do chase the burn to some extent. So I do not understand this type of routine. And if this 2 times daily is true, then he does 22 sessions per week, which is out of this world and completely unnecessary. And what goes along with this pattern that I see these Hollywood coaches do with their clients to make it look like, wow, it's so impossible and so oof. And normal people be like, wow, I never do this. I have a life. And let me tell you, if you want to lose 20 pounds, you don't have to do that stuff. You can live your life to the fullest. Maybe, you gotta have some sacrifices, of course, and you gotta change something. Yes, if you want to, of course, but it's not about life fitting into the context of fitness. It's about fitness fitting into the context of life.
This guy says, let's just get the movement so we avoid injury, right?
Most people have this picture of what they did when they're 18 years old and naturally assume that you're going to get back to that particular point. And you probably can. It's just you've got to do it gradually.
100%, I do agree. Aaron's 100% right. But then I don't understand what this type of workout schedule is all about. If that's gradual, I don't want to see you go all in with somebody. What is it then? 30 sessions a week? That's just, it's obnoxious. Not obnoxious. That's the wrong word. It's a paradox. You're like, hey, we got to do it sustainably. We got to do it gradually. And then you let folks do a workout schedule like this. And please believe me, on a final note, and then we're done with this, with my rant on this workout thing. And I'm unfortunate we don't see his diet. Would have been interesting to see what type of diet, what type of approach they have when it comes to his diet. But you don't need to train twice a day. Please believe me, 100%. To change sustainably and to lose weight, to get in shape, to look good, to really get healthier, you don't need 2 sessions on the same day. I love that beat, man. Go all in, my man.
Good. Nice.
Okay. Now, if you're lifting heavy and your trainer's waiting behind you like this while you're pushing, my main man, Aaron. Yet I have to say, maybe Will doesn't want this. Maybe there is some type of agreement, and maybe it's COVID, right? So we gotta have our distance and stuff. But you know, he's a little bit too cold. I'd be in Will's face. I'd be like, let's do it. You got this, my man. You got this. Helping him a little bit. Yeah, that's me. That's my type of nature. I'm also aware that there's other type of coaches who are more reserved, more quiet. And I'm not in everybody's face. I'm not always like this. But when my hype mentality gets up and I see that you're receptive and you're like, wow, let's get it. Even though I don't condone with the burn mentality and I think you don't want to kill yourself, you always want to leave something in the tank. I just have the motivating aspect of me that's like, wow, let's get it, Will. We got this. And 70 pounds, that is strong. You see, he's still strong. That's not a beginner's weight. And let me tell you this one thing that happens when you have been lifting weights, which he has throughout his life. What increases is so-called myonuclei density. This is what is building. And this myonuclei density remains intact even if you stop lifting. So when you get back at it, that's that type of muscle memory effect. And this is what I was even said to the cameras. It's like, Will has been in shape all of his life, and now he has a little bit of a dad bod. My main man Will, muscle memory will come back. Maybe it takes a little longer because he's 50, so gradual steps are required, but he's gonna get back because his body will remember it.
I'm really interested to see what the result is this week because he worked really hard. So I am expecting a decent result.
Expecting results. You know what this will lead to. You will see it afterwards. And I don't think that is scripted. I think that is raw. If you continuously think that you always focus on results, that's the only thing that you're focused on, then whenever the results don't show up, you are disappointed. And then you stop doing the habits. So instead of focusing on results, focus on the habits, because the habits will bring the results. While I do understand that people who want to lose weight or get in shape or train, that these people in many cases think about the results only. The job of the coach is to focus or try to at least maybe divert their attention to building strong habits. Because if you are continuously working with your habits, results will follow. And you will see in a second what happens if you focus only on results. It's great that it's on display. And I want to thank Will for displaying his insecurity, his trauma, his problem, his pain on camera, because it's so great to show you what happens if we are only results focused.
222.
And he started with 221.
222.
It doesn't feel right. We might need to check that surface.
I put weight on.
Should we go run and grab the other scale, the like small?
There's like to think about changing scales.
Which one? Punching in some stupid numbers into his little stupid phone.
See where his voice cracks a little bit.
With this whole stupid show we're trying to do. It doesn't seem to be working right now, but
see that's pain, man. And brother, I feel your pain, man. I feel your pain, Will, 100%. This is when you follow the philosophy of focusing only on results, and even if you attain the result, once you lose the result, you'll be so disappointed that you get back into the old habits. And so great to see his pain on display, that it shows what happens. And keep this in mind, Will Smith is a very mentally strong dude. Other than that, he wouldn't have been able to achieve the level of success that he has right now. So if he cracks and if he experiences the pain, and even though, yeah, they say that he hides the pain behind his laughter, but he is a strong dude, and he even feels that, and he thinks about quitting, like you saw in the beginning. That's the problem when you only focus on results. On a final note, focus on building strong habits, and the results will follow. 90 Days of Kettlebells is an online workout course for beginners who want to train at home, lose weight, and achieve lasting results without wasting time and money with crash diets and unused gym memberships. The program works as follows. You will do 3 kettlebell workouts per week that gradually increase in difficulty. You'll also build 3 powerful eating habits that have proven successful in our coaching. As the name implies, the program lasts 90 days and you will have lifelong access after purchase. We also include live accountability sessions where you will publicly state your goals. Psychology shows us that if we make our goals public, our adherence to the process and the program increases dramatically. If you have been struggling to put together an elaborate kettlebell workout system while trying to lose weight, then 90 Days of Kettlebells is for you. The price of 90 Days of Kettlebells is $59 per month for 3 months, and you can save 20% with a one-time payment of $147. We'll open registration only to a small number of new clients. Join the waiting list now to get access 24 hours before the general public. Link is in the description.